Welcome back to another episode of All in Review, the gaming channel that tells you all about the latest games releasing and which ones you should consider checking out. Today we're talking about LEGO Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight. This newest LEGO Batman was developed by Traveler's Tales, or TT, and released on May 22nd, 2026. I've been playing the early access version, and the footage you're seeing is captured on PS5 Pro and is spoiler free. I'm mainly only showing some earlier main levels and some open world activities with the different companions. The gist of this new LEGO Batman game is that you're, playing as Batman throughout several points in his career. You start out as a young Bruce Wayne, think of like the early sections of Batman Begins, and then slowly evolve into the fully fledged Dark Knight, complete with a diverse rogues gallery and the Bat family. The sales pitch for this game is that it's a celebration of Batman. While this is mostly true, it's more of a celebration of Batman movies, and pretty much only the live-action ones. Don't get me wrong, I love Batman 89 and the Nolan trilogy and The Batman. I just wish more time was spent on other properties like the animated series or the Arkham games, just to give the game some variety and make it so I didn't know how every single level would end. I'm not exaggerating when I say that the amount of main story missions not directly tied to the plot of a live action Batman movie was probably only one or two. So, as I said, the first level has you essentially playing through the beginning of Batman Begins, falling through the well, seeing the death of Thomas and Martha, falling down and getting back up. You've seen it all before. Once you're out of the tutorial level with the League of Shadows and a young Bruce Wayne is where the game really starts to deliver on its promise.
What's that?
The game actually makes an effort to tie together the plots of different movies. So you may have a chapter that has you training with Ra's al Ghul one moment, and the next you're chasing the Penguin across a highway like the Batman. It was genuinely cool to see them tie all the different plots and continuities from the movies together in one story, and overall I think it worked well.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
Did you have a particular problem with these guys, Mr. Batman? By rights, I should be calling this in.
Besides the lack of variety, my only other real gripe with the story is how it handles your companion characters. Each chapter, you unlock a new character to pair up with Batman, and they're all fully voice acted and involved with the story in that chapter. What I mean by that is once you unlock the next character, your previous companion just awkwardly excuses himself for the rest of the game. You can still switch to and play as the previous companion, you'll just have to do it outside of story missions. I don't mind this for certain companions, but one in particular was handled especially poorly and literally only got one mission before being kicked out for the strangest addition to the roster. In LEGO Batman, you have 7 playable characters: Batman, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, Catwoman, Jim Gordon, and one I'll keep secret. Each character has their own unique fighting style, gadgets, and upgrades. I was impressed with the little touches they added to each character to make them feel distinct from Batman in combat. Each character also has their own costumes and vehicles to traverse around Gotham City in. And yes, you heard that right, LEGO Batman is open world and actually has a pretty vast Gotham City to explore. I'd say it's probably a little bigger than Arkham Knight's Gotham. It's large and there's a lot to do. I wish their different islands were a little more visually distinct like Arkham Knight, but it's a good looking Gotham City overall. It's always dark and raining, there's a ton of graffiti spray painted in alleys, and there's tons and tons of little references to Batman and DC throughout the open world that I won't spoil for you. You're stopping random crimes, doing traversal and combat challenges, putting together wanted posters, doing a side mission here or there. Oh, and of course, solving Riddler puzzles. Of course, the goddamn Riddler challenges are back. There's not an absurd amount like Arkham City or Arkham Knight, but between the Riddler and Clue Master, be prepared to spend several hours doing these things if you're a completionist. So that's the open world, but what's the minute-to-minute gameplay like? Well, it's pretty much as advertised. It's essentially a LEGO Arkham game. You're doing free-flow combat, countering enemy attacks, using gadgets, and doing some light but enjoyable stealth.
Looks like we need to step up our security a little.
Something tells me that shield's too strong to attack head on.
Have fun healing up from this.
I played on the medium Cape Crusader difficulty, and it's very easy. It's less Arkham Knight and more Arkham Light. If you're not playing with a child or younger sibling and want something a little more engaging, I'd recommend bumping up to Dark Knight mode, which makes encounters more challenging and only gives you 3 lives per level. I know this sounds a little intimidating, but I can count on one hand the amount of times I died in the entire game. So who is LEGO Batman for? Well, this is pretty much one of the few games I can pretty much recommend to almost anyone. The skill floor is very, very low, but it's still engaging enough that more hardcore gamers can enjoy the experience without feeling like they're barely interacting with the game. If you got a young child in your life, or maybe a partner who doesn't typically play a lot of video games, then this is a great experience to share with them. I mean, straight up, this is probably the best LEGO game I've ever played. If you're a massive Batman fan, then obviously this is for you. If you're a casual Batman fan, but maybe you've watched most of the live-action movies or played an Arkham game, then this is also probably for you. If you have a young child who has never been exposed to Batman, then I definitely think this is a solid jumping-off point. Now, if you really don't care about Batman or LEGO games, and you're just looking for super engaging action gameplay or hard boss fights, then probably skip this one. But for most people, I'd say go for it. The big question for a lot of people is, what am I getting for this $70 LEGO game? I finished my first playthrough at around 19 hours with 62% completion and am currently intending on getting the platinum. So I'm expecting probably another roughly 6 to 8 hours out of this experience. I think the game has some good replayability too, with the massive amount of collectibles, unlockables, and harder difficulties. Look, I don't know your financial situation, but I'm happy with the package I got for the price I paid. I do have to add one massive caveat to this statement, however. I played on PS5 Pro on a 120Hz display with VRR capability. There was really only one area where I was specifically noticing some frame drops. I know a lot of people were stunned by the recommended specs on PC when they dropped before the game's launch. This is seemingly Unreal Engine 5 with all the bells and whistles and unfortunately the complications that comes with. So if you're planning on playing on Series S or an older or lower end PC, please do your research before buying. Speaking of technical performance, I didn't have any hard crashes, but I did run into some annoying glitches during my time. There was this one scene in a car impound lot where Batman has to use his radar vision to track footprints, which requires interacting with an object, and I legitimately got softlocked. I had to quit the game and relaunch to progress. I had a few other instances where enemies would fail to spawn, and I couldn't proceed until taking them all out. These were annoying, but not frequent enough to ruin the experience. Overall, I think LEGO Batman is a great game that's worth your time, with some definite caveats and qualifiers. But that's how it goes. I gave you some things I enjoyed, maybe some things I had some issues with, and my thoughts about LEGO Batman, and now I want to hear from you. Are you planning on playing LEGO Batman? Have you already been playing the early access version like me? Are you a massive Batman fan, or maybe just love the Arkham games? Definitely drop a comment and let me know. If this video helped inform your decision, or you like what I'm trying to do here, then please drop a like and subscribe. You can find me on Twitch at All In Review Games, where I'll be streaming playthroughs of brand new games and platinum attempts. I'll be streaming my platinum attempt of this game over the next week, because it's a hell of a grind. Links to all my socials are down in the description. Also, please drop a comment and let me know what games you want to see covered next. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
I got you!